Hey you guys, it's a bright sunny morning today, and my neighbor guy that I met while we were up here, Greg, yeah, I went and I didn't film it all, but we got auxiliary water jugs and we used a drill pump to fill up the water tank. And then I went over and he showed me how he filled his. So let us share this with you guys. This is super awesome. Okay, we got everything we need here, essential, right?
Yep. So what it was is we were over at one of the RV shops, RV dealers, and just browsing, and we saw this pump. It's a generic pump for RV water. It doesn't have the pressure cutoff, but it got me thinking that I could build a transfer pump for moving water to the trailer. And went over, picked up a couple pipe adapters to a garden hose. Of course, your garden hose in, some poly pipe, and this happens to be a game that we had, but it slips right over the pipe and it makes it a straight pipe instead of it being bent, so it allows us to get all the way to the bottom of the water, or a jug. So we put that in. The other end is just your regular water fill. You know, if you're filling off a regular city water or wherever.
Yeah, that's a little stiff.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
That gets Shelley too.
Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, I like that. This one's different than ours. So we go ahead and just stick that in there, and then on the end, I just plumbed it or wired in the auxiliary outlet plug. You know, the old cigarette style. And using any 12-volt power supply. This I'm showing today is just a jump starter for automotive, but it does have that auxiliary plug.
Well, now, how do you charge that up when you want to?
When I'm ready, you just plug it into the extension cord. And while we're talking, we're filling. So as you can see, it's not really noisy. I believe it's going to take a little over 2 minutes. But, I mean, no more bending over.
Yeah, it's because of the way we're sitting.
Where you're sitting?
Yeah.
So you're going to lose a little?
Yep, we lose just a little. If you go to that side, it helps him a little bit. It's just, because we got access to water now, we're not running out of water. Right?
And as you can see, we're starting to get bubbles.
Take it right down.
Oh yeah. Yep, and as soon as it's empty, or as soon as we're quit drawing, I'll show you how much is left on the bottom. That's it. There's no more. Just go ahead and do that. Here's the real test of how much water you actually get out of it. So there it is. I've done a video on this myself last year after I put it together.
So share your channel with them so that they can go to your channel.
So our channel is DIY RV and Home on YouTube. We also have a website, DIYRVHome.com. And then also on Facebook, you can find us at DIY RV and Home. And we have a Facebook group called Camper's Life. Got the real nice opportunity to meet Randy here this weekend. And tell you what, I've already got some stuff going, and I'm going to be putting some links for him in our channels. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thank you, Greg.
You're very welcome, and enjoy.
Okay, guys, I'm going to get this water transfer pump hooked up. In fact, this is so simple to build. It really just put these adapters on it, which are from 1/2-inch national pipe thread to hose bib, garden hose thread over here. So all I did was put some Teflon tape on there and screw those things on. And you know, here's the thingies that would normally have gone on there, and then you slide your hose on there and C-clamp it to the sink or wherever in your RV. So I got this pump basically because it's the pump that I already have in the bus. And so now we can use this as a transfer pump, and I'm planning on just mounting it on this piece of plywood. So I'll make this piece of plywood big enough that these things don't get banged up, or the pressure switch. Pretty simple. Just cut this piece of plywood, screw this pump to it. There's the wires for the switch. And I've got multiple sources I can power this from, so yeah, I'll just take it from there. That's teamwork, people. That's teamwork. Okay, YouTube, so let me show you. This was the drill pump that I bought. I thought this thing was going to be workable for what I'm trying to achieve. And basically, on the inside, you plug that in and that's your pickup tube. And this is what it came with for the outside, which you could stick that thing right into your fill jug. But the problem with both of these tubes is they curl up and you can't get them to the bottom of the jug. So from what I saw with Greg's thing, I'm going to go get a piece of PVC pipe that I can slip this into to hold it straight while I put it down into the jug. I don't feel terrible about trying this. It was, I don't know, there could be a situation where this comes in handy. Maybe I don't have any power no other way but to drill to power a pump. But now with this setup, all I have to do is screw this onto this side, stick that into my water jug, and this side out to the tank. So I'm going to screw that thing down to the board. Alright, so basically now I just clip onto these wires and I'd be able to pump water. But I'm thinking about putting 2 terminals on here with bolts that I could hook these to the bolts, and that would keep whatever I'm clipping on here with from, sometimes the things you clip on with have bare ends, and if they touch they can cause a short, so I might play around with that a little bit. Okay, you guys, I went into the hardware store and I got a piece of PVC pipe, so that'll act as the stiffener to hold this thing down in the jug. That was like only $1.79. And then I got some bolts, nuts, and washers. There we go. Now I should just be able to alligator clip onto these studs and power this thing up.
Okay guys, here's Randy getting a workout. We're pumping up some fresh water. What do you think, babe?
That's why they didn't have heart attacks in the old days.
Yeah. Well, and we came up the other day to try this out, and he created these little wedgie blocks because you have to lift this thing up to get the water to come out and you stick it here. So yeah, it's hard to do as a single person.
Okay guys, we got the battery charger set on 10 amps hooked up to the pump. Go ahead and turn it on, babe. So this has a pressure shut off, so if she shuts it on that end, it kicks off. So here's why I put the lugs on there, so I can just clip these on there, or the power supply from the generator. It's got alligator clips, I could clip them on there. So I can turn this off just by unhooking that if I choose to.
The
Or,
PVC pipe is a genius.
yeah, and that's from Greg's idea. Is put that on there. The only thing is, I think I need to get I'm gonna have to get a longer hose here because, oh, we are in the bottom. Yeah, so I just need, well, I guess I could have picked the jug up, but I basically need that hose to be another foot longer, and then that could sit on the ground and, well, even a few more feet than that. So, but that's easy. I'll just get another hose. Okay guys, the other thing that I wanted to know is if this pump could push us through this filter, because we like to filter that water before it goes into the tank. So it's working fine. Pretty good flow rate. So I think once I get my little longer hose on there, which is nothing, just go by it and cut the end off of it, then we'll have a viable water transfer system here. End of the problem with that. So thanks to Greg for showing me how his worked, and I think this is going to be great. So yeah, so if you put these metal studs on like I did, I sucked them down in on the bottom side. But basically, if you were to set this on the tailgate of the pickup or any other metal surface, it would short out. So, because this would be two live metal contacts. So I'm just going to put this epoxy coating on there to protect them and insulate them. And this one over here is the live one, and it's completely down in the, it's below the surface of the wood anyhow. So that should keep it happy. So that's basically how I made my water transfer pump. We've already used it the once with the short hose, and it worked good, and I think it's going to work even easier when I get a little bit longer hose hooked onto it. So if you need to wet your whistle, maybe you need to build one of these, I don't know.
Okay guys, here it is completed. It's really working great. We went and got an official water hose and then split it down so we could use it to funnel out into the containers. And the hose is so sturdy that we didn't even have to use the PVC pipe going down in to stiffen up the hose. So this is working out great. We've hauled, what do we figure, 42 gallons of water this morning to the bus. So 3 trips, and she's siphoning in beautifully. And with this new hose, and that I don't have to stand there and hold it anymore. So it's a win-win all around, guys. So we're gonna end here on a high note. We've got water, so we've still got 3 more days that we can stay out here at this beautiful spot here at Mans Creek. So we are loving it, and we love bringing you guys on the journey with us, and we will just catch you in the next video. Love to you all. Bye.